Are you relaxed? Your shoulders, your jaw? Take a deep breath. It's going to be okay, and I promise this will be easy. Hello everyone. Happy you are here to listen to another episode of English Airs, the podcast that will give you effortless accuracy. My name is Paria and I'm recording this episode for you on a beautiful rainy day in Tokyo. You know, before making friends with international people, I thought that I had an easy name, a name that anyone could pronounce easily. But then I found out that it was very difficult for some people. Someone even called me pariah. A pariah is someone who is an outcast, someone who has been rejected. I mean, I am a little different from some people, but an outcast? Of course, I'm sure that person didn't know the meaning, so it was okay, even a little funny. Today, before we start, I have a few questions from you about what I just said. So if you need to, go back and listen to it again. Here are the questions. 1. How many people did I think could pronounce my name easily? One or more than one? 2. How many people had difficulty pronouncing my name? One or more? And finally, 3. How many people called me pariah? If your answers were more, and one, great job. I think you already know what these words mean. If you couldn't answer easily, or if you don't know why, this episode is for you. Come along. First of all, how many people are you talking about when you say someone? The answer is in the word, one. If you want to talk about more people, you don't say one, do you? You say some people, right? And the same is true for sometime and sometimes, somewhere and some places, and something and some things. Also, remember that when it means one, it's always written as one word. There's no space between some and one. So, if you are talking about one person, who is that person? Well, you're not telling. Why? Maybe you don't know. For example, a few years ago, someone stole my sister's car. Who was that? Or it could be obvious, like, who stole my sister's car? A thief, obviously. And finally, sometimes you know, but you don't want to say who, either because it's not important or it's a secret. The same rule applies to something, somewhere, and sometime. So, let's think about these situations and share some of our experiences. I will ask you questions one by one so that you can think and answer comfortably. Think about your day yesterday and tell me about your interaction with someone you don't know. For example, today, someone asked me the time on the train. Now tell me about a piece of news that you have heard, but don't say who told you. Finally, tell me about a gift you have received, but keep the name of the person who gave it to you a secret. Very well done. You see, for most people, learning English is not difficult, but they need someone to help them practice. One specific person, right? Tell me, does this person need certain qualities? Yeah, you're right. This person should at least speak English. But Let's imagine a different situation. Let's imagine that you are walking on the street and unfortunately fall down. You can't get up. You need someone to help you up. Someone with special qualities? No, just someone, no matter who. In other words, anyone. Have you already guessed when we use anyone? I think you have. You use anyone when you want to say it's not important who. Again, the same is true for anything, anywhere, and anytime. Do we only use it in negative sentences? Of course not. For example, anyone can learn a new language. Can you think of a few things that anyone can do? I'll give you a minute to tell me, out loud if you can. Great! Yeah, I agree with most of you. Anyone can cook or learn to dance, but some people get better at each skill. Now, what do I mean if I say I didn't see anyone? Well, the same. I mean I didn't see a man or a woman or a child or an old person. So, in other words, I saw no one. What about I didn't see anything or I didn't go anywhere? They are the same, right? In this episode, I have a bonus point for you. What if the person you are talking about has one quality, like kind or smart or tall? Just add that after someone or anyone. Here, I'll show you. The other day, I met someone interesting, and yesterday we went somewhere nice and ate something delicious. When we were saying goodbye, they asked me to call them. When I said when, they said anytime. We'll probably talk sometime soon. See? Easy. But you might say, Paria, didn't you just say that someone is one person? Then why did you say they and them? I would say that, first of all, nice job catching that. But if I say he or she, you will know a little about that person, right? Well, I want to keep it a complete secret. Okay, let's get used to using these words. Do you have your phones ready? There will be some questions on your reminder. Here they are. What do you want to do today? The answer can be something fun, something relaxing, or if you are very tired, nothing. What do you want to eat today for lunch? What about dinner? Who do you want to meet? Who are you going to meet today? Someone important, funny, or serious? Where do you want to go on vacation? The answer can be somewhere far or somewhere new, or if you are very bored and just want to travel, anywhere. Choose 3 or 4 questions and set your reminder to repeat every day at a time when you know you will be free for a couple of minutes. And remember to give new answers every time. And that brings us to the end of this episode. And now you have learned something very useful. Remember that you can read the script and find extra material on my website. You can also watch the script on the video as you listen to the podcast. Just turn on the CC. I'm always happy to hear your ideas, comments, or questions, whatever they are. So tell me anything. And please keep introducing this podcast to anyone who might need it or use it. I wish to help anyone I can, and you have been helping. Thank you. Paria out.